as I used to. What we got in the air? Took 2 tries. There's about 300 feet of climb finally. Oh, there we go. About 300 feet of climb. They changed the interface here. I really want feet AGL. Swank airfield, orange white powered hang glider, flying the pattern at 1592 mean sea level. Orange white powered hang glider. Alright, my beautiful people. We are in the air, flying about 500 AGL. There's what I see right there. I gotta check the air temp on the engine. We're about 400. I gotta pull up landing gear. Landing gear is up. Come off the throttle just a little bit so I can cool that engine down. Alright, let's see if that's any better. Yeah, this isn't drumming, this is flying. It's a flying drummer. I'm going to do some rudiments here in the air. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me with my headset. We will be playing some drums tomorrow night, starting at 8. Tonight, I just really wanted to give everybody a treat for all the support. and I wanted you all to be my wingmen and women. Right now I'm flying just above the airstrip. That right down there is the airstrip I fly out of. That is Swank Airfield. It's just basically a farm field, and a guy just mowed an airstrip right down the middle of his main field. This is the town I grew up, well, pretty much my stomping grounds. This is Butler, Ohio. I grew up in Belleville, which is the small town right next to it. And right now I'm flying about 1,000 feet AGL, which means above ground level. And I'm not sure if you guys can hear the beeping. That is my variometer. So the variometer tells me if I am climbing or sinking. And it gives me my climb rate. Right now the air is pretty buoyant, so here I'll flip the camera. Oh, nice buoyant air right here I'm flying into. So I don't have to work very hard to climb out of here. I'm going to try and stay above the airstrip, just because I haven't flown in almost a year. So if anything were to go wrong, I'm right above the airstrip and I can land. But as you can see, there are quite a bit of farm fields around me. The good thing is this year the rotation is beans, so most fields here around me have beans on them. So it won't hurt as bad if I have to make an emergency landing, but it's not corn, so that's a good thing. But welcome aboard, guys. This is where I grew up. I used to ride four-wheelers all around these woods that you see. I am a trained professional. Oh, sorry, Lori.
I gotta let you go, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't mean to hit that. But yeah, I am a trained professional. I've got my certifications on this wing. Got my certifications on this powered harness. So do not try this at home. Make sure you are trained up and certified. It's actually safe. It's calculated risk, and you have to be, you know, educated and fly in the right conditions. But there are really, I feel pretty safe up here. Hopefully those aren't famous last words, but as you can see ahead of me, there's a nice little bonfire going. So those are good indications of which way the air is blowing, which way the wind is blowing. So if I turn to my left, I will most likely be flying into a headwind, and I'll get really good lift if I turn into that wind. So I think why I struggled that first attempt at launching, I might have been trying to launch with a tailwind a little bit, because this airstrip that I fly out of is very temperamental. But yeah, if you guys are just joining, I'm flying my hang glider with a powered harness. It's really just a little chainsaw engine. I'll turn it around, maybe you guys can see the engine. Probably not a very good sight. Oh no, not that damn close. Welcome aboard, guys. This is my flying machine. So that's looking out my right wing. That's my right wing. And I'm just hanging. There's nothing below me. I feel like I'm Chris Reeves in Superman, the original Superman. I've had this dream since that movie came out. I used to ride on our bus route, and I would stare out the window as a little kid, little boy, and just dream of flying. And who would have thought all these years later that dreams can still come true? I am certainly blessed, but this took a lot of work to even get my certifications. Saved up a few years just to buy the wing. So it was definitely a dream I focused on. And like I always say, where your focus goes, your energy flows. And this has been a dream of mine. So I hope everybody enjoys this view. not that view. This is the view out my left, off my left wing. That is the high school I grew up in, or grew up and went to school my freshman year. And I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Yo, yo! Welcome aboard, guys. Right now we were probably flying, I have to turn my variometer on, but I'm guessing we're about 1,000 to 1,200 feet AGL. That means height above ground level. Thank you, Snow Bunny. Welcome aboard. I appreciate you being here. And I appreciate everybody's support in the drum bunker. It has been a dream come true to be able to play in front of all you and all the support, and I just feel like I'm revitalized to play drums again. And I just wanted to show my thanks by allowing you all to be my wingman for tonight. Wingman, wingwoman. I'll flip it back around. There's the school I grew up in, right there. New football field. Football is just starting this year for our high school. I believe this Friday is our first game. But who would have thought? My teacher said I will never amount to anything. Here I am flying above them. Oh, shoot. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, because I'm talking through my headset, and it's a Bluetooth headset, so I'm not sure if y'all can hear me or not. Yes, you can. Awesome. Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, so there's the high school. Now I'm not permitted to fly directly above it, just because it's a government facility and there could be people gathered inside, so I have to fly to the outside of it. But that right there is awesome. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Jake. I'm going to fly over my house. You guys can see where I live, and there's a nice little bonfire going on right here. I believe that's my buddy. His name is Ben. I graduated with him. He just bought this farm back here. He's a cattle farmer. Thank you, Snow Bunny. Thank you for that. And I appreciate everybody's support. I mean, everybody's been super cool. I hope you guys enjoy this little flight. I can't really turn the camera back too far so you can see what kind of power unit I'm using. But yeah, we're getting close to my hometown. You can kind of see it off in the distance. That's my hometown right there. And actually, I think my buddy is just below me. I think he lives right there. I don't see. Oh, he might be out there. I'm going to wave just in case he is, because I don't want to be a jerk. I think he is on his tractor. What's up, dude? Yeah, he's moving. You probably don't see me. So cool. So right now we're cruising about, I'm saying we're getting a little bit of lift because I'm hearing a high tone with my variometer. So I'm guessing we're about 1,200 feet AGL above ground level. There's a old McDonald had a farm right there. That's literally a barn house. I am a trained professional, AI. I am a trained professional. This is calculated risks. I've done all my inspections, my pre-flights, and we are safe to fly. The wind is about 0 to 5, south-southwest. Up here about 1,200, it feels like it's more L&V, light and variable. So I could probably get lift anywhere. I'm going to fly over top of my brother's little coffee house. So he owns an Airstream right down there. That's his Airstream, and it's a little coffee house called Revive. And he just opened it this year, and I'm super proud of him. We don't come from a generational wealth, so not that that's a bad thing. I'm not ripping on anybody. It's just it can be a little bit more challenging when you don't have much help. And I'm amazed at his work ethic and what he set out to do, and he's done it. So I'm just super proud of him. I love my brother. He's amazing. This is going to be a campground. So I used to ride my four-wheeler. That was way back in the day. This was a gravel pit. I used to ride my four-wheeler in that gravel pit. I grew up, let's see, my home, for 20 something years, my home where I grew up is, I'm coming up on it right now. And it's probably going to be hard to point it out, but it's a long ranch right there. Nope, right there. That's where I grew up. And I learned all kinds of stuff about drinking and women right there in those woods. These tower hills, I'm flying over these power lines. So we used to sneak out at night, like 1 o'clock in the morning, and we'd ride our four-wheelers up through these tower hills, and we'd camp out. Back in we call them tower hills, right here where the electric lines cut through the woods. They do, don't they look like broccoli? Isn't that crazy up here? I'm so glad that I can bring you guys up here with me, because there's only 1,500 of these power units that are called Mosquito NRGs that hook up to a hang glider. Now, this is a fixed wing hang glider. This is not a paraglider like you see most people flying. So I just really wanted to bring everybody up here with me. But yeah, these are the tower hills where they cut the power lines right through the woods, right through the forest. Isn't that crazy? We used to camp out back here in these tower lines, in these power lines. So to my right, you will see on top of the hill is another private airstrip. I call this airstrip here. Let me turn here for you. I keep my eyes open for other aircraft. I'm going to make a call real quick. Belleville Air Traffic, orange white powered hang glider, flying at 1,200 feet AGL to the northeast. Orange white powered hang glider, Belleville traffic. So right there, that's an airstrip right across the road. Whoa, I'm getting some good climb right here, so I'm going to try and stay in this buoyant air because I get some free climb. I don't have to work my engine very hard in order to keep climbing. So we're coming up on my house. This farmer here across the street from our house, he just put this new pond in, and that's his farm and his farm field. He collects old tractors. He's a cool dude. But my house is right across the street from that pond. So we're kind of in the woods. I dug a little pond right there. I rented a piece of equipment and just dug a big hole. Luckily, all the ground was clay, so it held water. Otherwise, it would have been a pond full of air. But that's where I live, right there. Right here with the broccoli field. Cynthia, I live in a broccoli field. I'm just not the green giant. I'm one of the elves. Oh, damn it, man. Alright, guys. I've got to switch. Where are you? Right now I'm flying about 1,200 feet AGL. That's above ground level, and I'm flying in, or on, a powered harness. This is my hometown of Belleville, Ohio. And it is 6:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I'm in a broccoli field. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I really wanted to get everybody up here with me. I love having wingmen with me when I fly. Just because it's such a unique view that many people don't get to see it from my vantage point. And this is not a powered glider or a powered like parachute. This is a hang glider. I'll flip it. Pennsylvania. Oh, I would love to fly in Pennsylvania. That would be amazing. I'll flip the camera around and you can kind of see my wings. Oh, not my ugly face. But yeah, there's that's the wing, looking off my right wing. I gotta keep an eye out for aircraft every now and again. Last year I called out an aircraft. They were about 500 feet below me, but that's still pretty close. A lot of single engine airplanes fly around these parts. But I am flying in a drop zone, so the airspace is actually considered a drop zone, where you'll see a lot of parachuting, like people jumping out of planes. You might see some crop dusters. So it is a safer airspace to fly in, because any local aircraft, they have to pay attention to their air maps, and they keep a good eye out. This is my left wing, and I'm not sure if you can see behind me. You can see my propeller spinning. So I have a little chainsaw engine, and a wooden prop. I'm not sure if you can see it. That's the harness right there. Oh, whoa. But we've got some beautiful clouds. Last year I flew 6,000 feet. I got above the clouds last year. I'm not sure if I probably do have the time to do it tonight. That might be a cool view for you guys to see 6,000 feet hanging from a hang glider. Nobody said I was normal. But yeah, you might be able to see my propeller spinning back there at my feet. So it's a pusher prop is what they call it. So it's the force is pushing me and not pulling me. This is a pusher prop. Chainsaw engine, 15 horsepower, two cycle chainsaw engine. And it's modeled after a Husqvarna chainsaw. At least the head is. Now the gearbox is made in Sweden. It's called a Radney Racket. But the piston, the head, and everything is modeled after a Husqvarna. Ooh, it's getting chilly up here. I bet you I'm closer to 2,000 feet now. I bet you I'm close to 2,000. How is everybody doing tonight? Oh my gosh, I look like an old bag. I'm gonna flip that. Ugh, I am sorry about that. What is happening? What? There we go. That's a better view. Much better view. So I'm listening to my variometer. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the beeping. You can probably only hear my voice, but I have a beeping in my headphones. So that's my variometer. When I get a high tone, that means that I'm climbing. And right now my engine's only spinning about 7,300 RPM, and the temperature is nice and cool. So that's what I like. I don't want my engine working too hard to climb. So if I can find some buoyant air, I will stay in that air, and my engine can take a nice little break. It's kind of like after playing Everlong and then playing We Will Rock You. So when I first took off, my engine was playing Everlong, working really hard. And now we're in some buoyant air, nice and calm. We're playing We Will Rock You up here. Now I could play some music, but I'll get hit with the copyright, so you guys are just going to have to listen to my babbling mouth. Awesome view. Thank you. I appreciate you, though. Wolfie, welcome in. So now we were flying to the east, southeast. Really nice, like a rich blue color when you're flying to the east. When I fly towards the sun, the sky kind of gets washed out, but this is off my left wing. Right there, my left wing. And right now, I'm guessing a little over 2,000 feet above ground level. AGL. Because we've basically been climbing this whole time. Just been a slow climb, about 100 feet per minute. But we're still climbing nonetheless. I got my head on the swivel, looking for other aircraft. Because I fly by VFR. That means visual flight rules. And I do have an Airband radio with me as well. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw that viral video of that woman getting hit. She was flying a powered, no, I don't even think it was powered. She was flying a paraglider, and that airplane just struck right through her flying wires. And so after seeing that, I carry my Airband radio with me all the time now. So I'm going to make another call right now since we're talking about it. Belleville Air Traffic orange-white powered hang glider flying to the north at 2,000 AGL, flying to the north of Belleville, 2,000 feet AGL, orange-white powered hang glider. So this is the town I grew up in. This is my hometown right here. Fall is beautiful. I do have some videos online, some full flights, so you can see my launch, how I have to run as fast as my little legs will go, and you'll see my landing. But I have full flights online. I flew, I think it was last year or the year before, I flew in the fall, and I got to fly with a hot air balloon, and that was so amazing. I flew around him, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. If I kept my distance, I mean, that makes them nervous if you start flying around hot air balloons, but I kept my distance probably 1,000 feet or so. But I tried to zoom in with the GoPro. It was just an amazing experience to fly around hot air balloon. Yeah, thank you, Wolfie. I appreciate you. I can't say where it's at, but the name of my I'm trying to control how much I say on TikTok, but if you look at Skeeter Flies, Skeeter, Skeeter, because this is a mosquito, I call it Skeeter. Flies, FLIES. I have full flights there, and they're just beautiful flights. I just wish everybody could have this experience. So that's why you're with me. I hope everybody enjoys this view. I bet you I'm about 2,500 feet now because it's starting to get pretty hazy, and it is getting really chilly. So you lose almost 5 degrees Fahrenheit every 1,000 feet that you climb. So last year I flew 6,000 feet, so it was 30 degrees colder at 6,000 feet, and it was about 85 degrees on the ground, and I could tell when I hit 6,000 feet I was freezing my ass off. So I thought, okay, time to come back down. So right now, if you look at the ground speed, I am not moving very fast at all. That's because I'm flying into the wind right now. And this wing flies at approximately, well, if I cut the engine, it'll fly about 22 miles per hour airspeed. So that's the airspeed it needs before it stalls, like a trim speed, I'm sorry. It'll stall about 19 miles per hour. So the stall speed is pretty close to the trim speed. So right now, the higher I go, I think the airspeed is actually climbing a bit because my ground speed is really slow. And I've got a low battery already. So guys, I will probably let you go. Thank you for flying along. I hope you all have an amazing week. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow night. I go live at 8 p.m. behind the drum kit. And I just wanted to give everybody a view from up here on my hang glider, just to say thank you. Kind of allow you guys to get to experience this view with me. I'm so thankful for everybody's support during my lives behind the drum kit. I hope you guys enjoyed this view here. This is a little golf course in my hometown, but my phone is probably going to die any minute. I even had it charged fully. TikTok must drain the crap out of it. But yeah, that's my hometown, and that's golf course right outside my hometown. My brother lives down there. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, hit that follow, so that way when I go live, you can join me right away. Or if you don't like the flying, then that's fine. I probably won't do this very much at all. I just want to go live one time with y'all. But yeah, hang with me tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Ohio, USA. We'll be spinning and playing all kinds of random songs. But right now, I think what I'm going to do, since it's already cold, I think I'm going to fly over to Pleasant Hill Lake, check out any boaters over there. I wish I could keep the phone on until sunset, because you want to talk about a beautiful view. When that sunset's up here at 2,000 feet, it's amazing. It's amazing. Let me check the air temperature on the engine. Oh, good. We're nice and cool. Here, I'll fly into the sun. Reminds me of a Three Doors Down song. What song is that? Into the Sun. And then there's also Gaggle song. I feel the sun shining down on me. I feel the heat of love's flame down on me. I feel the love of you coming down on me. And that'll be enough of that shit. Oh, this is still on. Sorry about that. Awesome. Yeah, isn't it? Okay, good. I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you like that view. So I'm just flying into the sun right now. Directly into the sun. I got a little bit of a kind of a tailwind, maybe wind off my left side. It's wanting to turn me, so I got to fight it a little bit. But so far, this flight has been successful. My engine's run pretty smooth. I did have trouble on the launch. Every year I get slower on my feet, and that's sad to really admit, because you have to run pretty damn fast to launch off the flat ground when there's no headwind. And I fell straight on my freaking face. Such an embarrassment. But I'm not as good as I once was. But I'm as good once as I ever was. We were approaching Interstate 71. I don't want to fly too close to 71 because I could cause an accident. People rubbernecking, looking up at me, not paying attention. But a buddy of mine lives down here. I think I see his pond. He literally built a field of dreams. He put 2 baseball fields in for the youth. And he's building the 3rd baseball field. So I'm going to fly over there and say hi. I feel pretty confident. The engine's been running good. I've got a good climb. I'm not really flying in any sink air, so I think we'll be golden. Maybe I'll just leave TikTok on until my phone dies. But welcome aboard, everybody. This is a Mosquito NRG. We are flying a Mosquito. We are flying a Mosquito NRG connected to a Wilswing Falcon 195 hang glider. Not a paraglider. This is a hang glider. This is a fixed wing. You can see right there. It's basically got a structure, aluminum tube structure. And what I like about this wing is I don't have to worry too much about collapse, like wing collapse. You see, like some of these. Sorry, my joystick is funky. Some paraglider wings, you'll see that they get a downdraft and the wing will collapse on them. This wing will not collapse on a downdraft, especially if you fly in conditions that you are safe to fly in. That's the biggest safety concern, is knowing which conditions you are capable of flying in. And do not push your luck. Patience is a virtue, and it could save your life. So that's why I'm not in much of a hurry. I haven't flown yet this year. Last year I flew at Easter. I remember flying Easter was the earliest I flew last year. And this year, this is my first flight. I mean, the stars have got to align perfectly for me to feel safe to be up here. And I've got nothing to prove, you know what I mean? I've got nothing to prove. I got a couple pilots that are trying to get me into a speed wing, like a faster, more advanced wing. And gosh, am I really that freaking ugly? I just don't like looking at myself. Hold on. And I do not care to fly a speed wing. I call this wing that I fly here the Harley of the sky. It's just a cruiser. It doesn't fly fast. It just flies consistent, and it's just a hell of a ride. I don't need to show off and do any loop-de-loops and all that crap. I just want to enjoy the skies peacefully, you know, just like a Harley. It's the Harley of the sky, man. I love it. I love it. Just a cruiser. Unfortunately, I can't take anybody with me. This is not a tandem wing. It's just a single occupant, single pilot wing. Nobody can fly with me. Just me, myself, and I, and that's probably a damn good thing. Yo, 5.8K likes. You guys are active. Hell yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Sorry if I talk like I've got a mouthful of nuts. It's cold up here, and you know how you mumble when you talk when it's like wintertime or really cold? That's kind of what I feel like. My lips are cold. Because right now, I'm going to guess 25 to 3,000 feet AGL. So that's about 3,000 feet above the ground. I'm not moving fast because this wing flies at trim speed about 22 miles per hour. So if I have a headwind close to 22 miles per hour, that means my ground speed is 0. So I have to be able to penetrate at least 22, yeah, I said penetrate out loud, at least 22 miles per hour. So I don't like to fly when the wind speed is even close to 15, just because if this wing flies trim at 22 and I got a headwind at 15, my ground speed is only 7 miles per hour. So gotta do a little bit of math, and that's not my strong suit. I don't math good, which is unfortunate, especially when it could cost you your, well, I can't say it, but I am a trained professional. I have my certifications. I'm an H3 hang glider pilot. It took me 3 years to get that rating, which by all standards is pretty quick. I attribute to the coordination. I attribute that mostly to drumming, because of the 4-way coordination you have to have when you play drums. So it came pretty natural to me. There's a lot of coordination involved with flying a wing, especially a powered harness. But yeah, it took me a few years to get my H3, and then I did a lot of research flying this Mosquito harness. I'm going to come off the throttle just a little bit, just to give my engine a rest. It's been working, still spinning about 7,000 RPM. The cylinder head temp is 373, which if it gets close to 400, I get worried, but 373 is nice and cool. And that's a good thing, because the air temp up here at 2,000, 2,500 feet is probably, I'm going to guess, the way it feels right now, 60 degrees. You lose about 5 degrees Fahrenheit for every 1,000 feet. So I'm a little over 2,000 feet AGL above ground level. So I'm going to guess I lost 10 degrees, a little over maybe. And it was about 73 on the ground. But yeah, so we're coming up onto my buddy's baseball fields. He built the Field of Dreams, is what they call it. It's what I call it. It's out here in the middle of nowhere. So down here below, we're coming up on to our community, Amish community. There's a lot of sawmills back in here. A lot of Amish. Definitely have to watch when you're driving on these roads. There's a lot of Amish buggies. Doesn't look like it from here, but a lot of beautiful homes up here too, aren't they? Look at that. That's a beautiful home right there. Big pond. Right, I might tuck the bar so I can increase my ground speed. So if I want to go faster, I tuck the bar. So I just pull the bar back. I call it tucking, and that drops the nose, the pitch of the nose of my hang glider, and then it'll cut through the air faster, and my green speed, I'm thinking golf, my ground speed will increase. So I'm just pulling the bar back, or actually tucking it is what I call it, and then my ground speed will pick up. But this wing, the VNE, which is velocity never to exceed, is 48 miles airspeed, 48 miles per hour. And the fastest airspeed I've got on this before was 42. And I probably had a pucker factor of 8. I did not like that. I was flying in very, very buoyant, active air. And I just had to tuck the bar so I could cut through the air and get back to the LZ, the landing zone. I had to really, really fly fast as I could, close to that VNE, and I didn't like it. But tonight there's pretty much L and V up here about 2,000 feet, light and variable winds, and I like it. It's nice and calm. I can actually fly, like you can see my hands, almost, I'm using my elbows a little bit. Okay, there, hands free right there. No hands, Mom. And when it's nice and calm like that, I can fly no hands. Of course, the glider has a little bit of a left hand pull, left side pull, but it's nice and calm tonight. Just a little bit cooler than I really wanted. But okay, we're approaching my buddy's baseball fields. He does so much for the youth. He's an amazing person. He actually used to play for the New York Nets. He played NBA back in mid 90s, late 90s, and he is reinvested into the kids in the community. Just a great person to have such a passion for the youth, and he gets all the parents involved. It's amazing. I'm going to tuck the bar a little bit more because I think I'm going to lose battery on my phone. So I'll try to increase the ground speed. We'll get there a little bit faster. There, I just put the engine on idle. So right now, basically just gliding. Got a little bit of a push, but for the most part, I'm gliding. And that's the nice thing about this wing too, is that if I do lose an engine, I can glide down to the ground. Just got to keep an eye out for power lines, hills. Like when I fly, I'm always looking at an ELZ is what I call it, an ELZ, emergency landing zone. I'm always looking, where can I land this thing if I were to lose my engine? And there are quite a bit of them. This year, like I said, the crop rotation, most people have beans on. So I feel pretty safe landing in beans. Rather not land in corn. But beans, I can do that. Where am I flying? So I am in Central Ohio. Central Ohio. This is right now Fredericktown, Ohio is where I'm flying. I was flying over Belleville and Butler, but now I'm flying over Fredericktown. I'm coming up onto Legacy Fields right here, this property right there. This is literally the field of dreams. There are 2 baseball fields for the youth, and they're out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, literally in the cornfields. Well, bean fields now. But yeah, looks like there are some kids on the field right now. So there are 2 fields here, and my buddy is just getting ready to lay out the third field. Look at that, isn't that amazing? So this is literally the field of dreams. And they're amazing baseball fields. They're not just like some rinky-dink farm fields. They are amazing baseball fields, very well manicured. Maybe I'll fly down a little bit closer to them. I just don't like to burn all this altitude that I worked so hard to get, so. But the kids love it when I fly over. They always wave to me, so I'll come off the throttle. Maybe I'll get down a little bit lower. They probably can't see me, I don't know. I'm waving, but they probably can't see me. Isn't that cool? Welcome in, Gillian. Yeah, so right now the airspace is uncontrolled airspace. It is listed as a drop zone. So every now and again you might see single engine planes and parachuters jumping out, but not very often. They might be playing a game. I might be interrupting. No, there's not many cars there. I think they're just practicing. But yeah, I don't want to lose. It's already getting warmer, so I probably lost. I bet you I lost 1,000 feet already just shutting that engine down. But very peaceful night. Very peaceful night. Sun is getting lower. Their colors are starting to show now. You see the orange? Oh, isn't that beautiful? I love that. Love the orange glow. Alright, I better leave them alone. Somebody will get hit in the head with a ball because they're looking up at me. Alright, so right now I'm about 20 miles away from my landing zone where I took off from the airstrip. The good thing is I should have a bit of a tailwind to get back, so I'll get back much faster than it took to get here at the ball fields. We're going to throttle up and start climbing again on the way back. Yeah, I accidentally hit join as a guest during during Lori Peters. She was having I don't know, just a drum battle. Maybe she was just live on the drums, and I accidentally hit invite. So she invited me, and I'm up here flying. She's like, I gotta go. I feel bad. I did not mean to do that, so hopefully she's not mad at me. Oh, shoot. Alright, I'll quit spinning the joystick. You guys are just flying along with me. I'm flying a hang glider. Right now I'm probably only 1,000 feet above ground level. I'll spin the phone around so you can see the sunset behind me. There you go. Away from the sun. Isn't there a song, Away from the Sun by Three Doors Down? Or Into the Sun or something? Oh, I smell those cows. It's the bad thing with flying too low to the ground. You can smell all the manure. So that's my left wing. Whoa. And there's my right wing. We're flying over top of some cattle. high enough that we're not spooking them, so that's good. I don't want to be a jerk. I better throttle up a little bit more so I got a better climb rate. But... oh, there's an eagle. There's an eagle right below me, right above the trees. How cool! Oh, that's cool. I can watch it. I have got to fly with some buzzards. Last year I got to fly with some buzzards, which was interesting. I don't think they knew what the heck I was. They were just flying around me and squawking at me. 2 years ago, I got stuck in a downdraft, like in a valley. And I mean, I had full throttle. I was not climbing out of this downdraft, out of this valley. I was literally stuck in this valley for probably a half an hour. I was just fighting, trying to get out. And I even thought, you know what, I better just land and cut my losses. But I happened to look up, and there was a hawk. It was thermaling. So when you see a bird flying in circles, most people think they're hunting, but most of the time they're just thermaling in the hot air that's rising, because there's like bubbles or columns of air that rise off the surface of the earth. So if you see a bird that's flying in circles like that, he's just doing what I'm doing right now. He's just flying in the column of hot air and just having fun. They're playing in the air. So when I got stuck down that valley, I happened to look up and there was a hawk that was thermaling. And I beelined it directly to that hawk because he was showing me where the lift was. And he literally saved me from getting stuck down that valley. So I flew right over to where that hawk was flying in circles. And I climbed right up with him. So I ended up getting enough altitude to get out of that sinking air in the valley. I've got that on another channel too, online. I have that whole flight online. It was just an amazing experience. I hope you guys check it out. So unique to you know, let nature save your ass. All right, so coming up on a chicken farm to my right. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, thank you for the rose. What? Thank you for the rose. 20 roses, Cynthia. You're amazing. You're the bestest. Check out this sunset behind me. Right now I'm flying to the east, so I've got to get back. I've only got 2 gallons of fuel, and it lasts me about an hour and a half. Unless I'm flying in thermals, I can baby the engine and stretch it out to 2 hours. But I like to fly closer to the airstrip. All right, guys. I better get off here. Focus on flying back to the airstrip so I can land safely. And then we'll be going live tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in Ohio. This is facing east, but yeah, you guys have been amazing. I can't thank you all enough for the support. I mean, I've only been doing the live TikTok live drumming for like a month. I've been restricted 10 times out of probably 15 attempts, but yet everybody has been so cool and supportive and encouraging, because there's been a couple times where I just wanted to give up, and I didn't, because of you guys. And that ain't no lie either. That is no BS right there, because I was so frustrated. But sorry, I'm thinking of looking for aircraft, making sure everybody's clear. But yeah, so thank you for the encouragement, people. All the amazing support, the likes, the shares, the reposts, the gifts. All of my guardians on the wall have been amazing. And I just wanted to bring you up here. I want you all to be my wingmen tonight. just for a little gift from me to you. I don't want to be just a taker. I want to be a giver too. You know that. So this is my gift to all of you. Thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow night. I'm going to close the live down. I appreciate everybody's support, and we're going to rock it out tomorrow night. Love y'all. Have a blessed evening or week. And I can't shut this down. Here we go. All right. JD's out. Over and out. What is up, everybody? Back in the air again. Finally, my first flight of the year. Oh, had a hard time aligning the stars this year. Just could not get in the air. I even got the Mosquito prepped in the winter time, like right before flying season. I guess it's in the spring. And I was ready to go, just stars didn't align. Had a little health issues, weather issues, work issues, drumming, just everything but flying. Yo, what's up, Sean? Welcome aboard the Falcon 195. We're flying just south of Belleville right now. Here, I'll do a little 360. Check out this sunset, brother. I gotta get you on one of these wings so we can fly together. I know you're just as dumb as I am, so ain't no reason why you can't fly with me. Alright, we're doing some 360s, some S-turns. I'm going to head back to Swank Airfield right now. I see the cell towers, so I got a good idea of where I need to go. I just flew down here south of Fredericktown, near 71. I'm headed back right now. I hope I don't lose signal, or my phone might just die on me. Make sure you get grounded in time. I will, brother. I've still got, let's see, by the height of the sun, I still have maybe an hour and a half. Maybe. What time is it? Probably about an hour and a half. Hour and 15 minutes. Should be golden. Let's see, how do I spin this around? Voila! Welcome aboard the Falcon 195. We're flying just south of Belleville. I got a little bit of a tailwind, so my ground speed has picked up nicely. I got the sunset at my back. There we go. That's looking off my left wing. But I hope everybody is enjoying this beautiful evening. Feels like fall already, which is crazy. I guess if football's starting, it's probably not too far off, but I just don't feel like we had much of a summer. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Gene? Yeah, welcome in. Whoa. That's off my right wing. Right there. I was going to try and fly up to 5,000 feet, but it's actually cold. I got up to about 2,500 to 3,000 feet, and you lose about 5 degrees Fahrenheit for every 1,000 feet that you climb. So it was about 10 to 15 degrees colder up there, and I was not dressed for it. So my ass got back down here to about 1,000 feet. Still feeling a little bit chilly. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back. Chili's baby back ribs. All right, let me flip this back around. You don't want to see my ugly face. That ugly mug. All right, we're coming up. Well, our ground speed hasn't really picked up much at all, to be honest with you. I'll have to tuck the bar. I gotta pitch the nose down so I can get more ground speed. I'm gonna fly over top of the high school. Oh, Sean, I didn't see Fraser out there at the airstrip. Usually he's out there, but I didn't see him tonight. Oh, here, I'm gonna take a little swing around here. This is the property that my son is looking to buy, right here off of 13. About 5 acres. Right about there. Little 5-acre plot of woods right there. So he's super excited about that. And we're following 13 right now, just south of Belleville. Good thing is, ooh, a little bit of thermal right there. Interesting. That was interesting. That was the first thermal I hit this whole evening. It's been pretty much calm this whole flight. But, yeah, that was neat. Neat. So we're following 13 into Belleville right now. I still like the sunset view better. Right off my left wing right there. Oh man. This has been a really nice first flight of the year. I probably won't be flying much this year because I got such a late start. Just could not find the opportunity. If the sun was shining, the wind speed was too high, you know? It's like the stars have to really align. Everything has to be perfect in order to be safe up here, you know? But it's all good. Patience is a virtue. That's what they say anyway. I wish I had patience. But in this case, you really don't have much choice because Mother Earth is not forgiving at all. You get up in the air in the wrong conditions, your pucker factor goes up pretty damn quick, and you're going to wish you were on the ground. And that's the worst scenario. You never want to be in the air wishing you were on the ground. You want to be on the ground wishing you were on the air, or in the air. Alright, we're coming up to Honey Creek Road. Let me spin this around for you. That's Honey Creek. We'll fly over to the high school and check out the fields from up here. Oh, I'm going to lose connection. Now we're back. Terry Tilton, welcome aboard the Falcon 195. We're just south of Belleville right now. Just south of Belleville, coming up on the Hamilton Hills. My first flight of the year, but it's been a good one. It's been a good flight. Nice, calm flight. I struggled with my first attempt at launch because I just wasn't ready to run very fast, and there was no wind. See if my brother is out, and my little nieces. I'll fly down here real quick. Must be in a dead zone. There's no self-service right here. Got some kids playing on the trampoline down there. They probably can't see me. Alright. I see Joe's place. I don't think he's outside though. Does not look like he's outside. I see Drew's house. I don't think they're outside either. Maybe. I don't think so. It's hard to tell. I'm up here pretty high. Welcome aboard, everybody. We're just at the end of our flight. We probably have about 20 more minutes left before we get to Swank Airfield. I'll be landing, hopefully landing safely, and calling this flight the successful first flight of the year. It took me so long to get in the air, just the opportunity did not present itself. Life got really busy, and the stars didn't align. So we're coming up on Clear Fork High School. Oh, looks like I froze up again. Oh, my phone died.
Disconnected.
don't know how long the 360 cam will stay on. Probably not very long. Probably freeze up. Let's see, I think this is Ben's place back here. Pretty sure. I think he's down there on a skid steer. Clear my turn. I don't think you can see me. No, you can't see me. All right. My fuel light's not even blinking. Well, it's been an amazing flight for the first flight of 2026. It is August, so a really late flight for the year. I better head back. Got a few people on the soccer field down here. Oh, now my 360 camera starts to work. Funny thing. Funny camera. Alright, I see Swank Airfield straight ahead. Belleville air traffic, orange white powered hang glider flying to the east at 1000 AGL. Belleville air traffic. I'm not getting any responses, so I don't even know if there's any aircraft in the area. We could have a decent landing. This would be an amazing first flight of the year. But I struggled with my first launch. Ain't gonna lie. Either nil wind or just a slight tailwind, and I didn't time it. Every year I seem to run slower and slower. It's a sad fact to admit, but age catches up to everybody, I suppose. The shadows are getting long, which means it's getting late. I wouldn't mind landing out and getting torn down in a good time without getting too dark. Oh, my feet are actually a little bit sore. Got the beacons on. But I don't need to fly too much later. This has been a nice flight. This has been a nice flight. I'll just do maybe a circle around Butler. Swank Airfield, orange white powered hang glider flying to the west of Butler, planning to fly around Butler to the south, to the east, and land at Swank Airfield, orange white powered hang glider. No, Belleville or Swank Air Traffic. Beautiful night. Oh, the moon is shining. Just barely see it. It looks like it's the same height off the horizon as the sun is right now. So cool. The cell tower down here to my left. Approaching the valley where I got stuck last year. Want to stay up here. Try to increase my ground speed a little bit. Funny how my 360 cam just started working. Missed pretty much the whole flight. Nice little hunting blind back here. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Oh, coming up on Thorny's downhill. Are they out in the yard? I can't tell. to do test turns every now and again, just so I'm a little bit more visible. Sometimes if you're flying straight and you're on the horizon, you could kind of disappear a little bit. So we'll just fly like a wounded duck. That way people can see the movement. If there's any other air traffic up here, it makes me a little bit more visible. But I think I'm going to land here pretty shortly. And hopefully I can flare hard enough where I don't have to run this out. But all I want is a safe landing. Just walk away from it, that's all. Oh, my feet are sore. Oh, fuel light, fuel light, fuel light.
Headset
Just
off. Headset on. Side tone on.
check. Huh. I wonder if my headset timed out or battery's dying. Interesting. Never had that happen before. Alright, we are flying into the sun now. I made it back here to Swank Airfield right below me. I'm gonna just do a cross pass here. I'm well below the pattern. Oh, my feet are killing me. My guess is the air on the airstrip here is pretty much nil. It's hard to tell, but I don't think it's going to matter which way I land. I'm going to probably land the same way I took off, same way I launched, and hope for a safe landing. Might as well get landing gear out. Ah, there. Woo. That 360 cam's fucked up. Ah, these shoes suck. Alright, let's go ahead and shut it down. Engine is off. Prop brake. Engaged. Well, let's see how this goes. Run, 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 run. Oh, where am I going to do my base leg? Let's see. say somewhere around here. Run it out, baby. Run it out. Woo! I'll take it. I'll take it. My feet freaking hurt.